Psych, I got you. I thought I was going to come in with something interesting. I don't have anything
no,
interesting
no,
today.
no,
Welcome to Live and
I
Let
was
Fly.
playing chicken. I was waiting for you to say something.
I was waiting on the shorter. I thought we were going to keep going with the Live and Fly.
Yeah, I was just waiting for a shorter version of Live and Let Fly. Yeah,
don't know.
The fly.
I wasn't expecting anything interesting.
I mean,
There's no way. But I had like a very pregnant pause, and
Well, the problem is that there's also like a 15-second pause before the pregnant pause,
Yeah.
so like it just kind of bled together.
Yeah,
It wasn't-
How do we tell the pause from the pause?
Right.
that pause is
Well,
due.
one is pregnant.
Been done due.
All right.
Yeah.
Well, I'm gonna get you next time then.
Okay.
I'll get you next time.
I mean,
All
you got us this time.
Technically, yeah.
You know.
I was got it. Gotst. Yeah, there it is. Got.
I mean, a little bit, because I was like, You got going to start?
yeah.
We
You
doing
could, you could tell that we were all like leaning in to maybe like break the ice. And then,
Well, see,
and then you
yeah.
came in.
I mean,
I was leaning out.
That's how we
I just don't see how I can say Live and Let Fly in different ways for 6 books this AP. I just don't see it happening.
Oh, challenge
not with that
accepted.
Not with that attitude, exactly.
Well, at least
You gave up before we even got
all in
started.
agreement. At least
Yeah.
at least we're
Come on,
unanimous
there's
in
at
our
least
opinion
Elf,
about it.
There's Lifla. Come on. That's just 2 right off the bat,
Take all of the vowels out and just oops all else.
Yeah.
Look.
just like
Lie. There you go.
what's the World of Warcraft species? The Murlocs.
I think that's the sound that made me stop playing Hearthstone. Stop playing Hearthstone.
In APA, there's an NPC named
God.
Murglebur.
Yeah.
And I know that they're not a Murloc, but
I'm glad
as
you
far
said
as I'm
that.
concerned, they were a Murloc. You know what I
In
mean?
my head canon too.
No.
It was so funny because they're like basically living sea anemones, right?
Sea anemones are alive.
Fair enough. You know what? Touche.
It wasn't
Yeah.
an undead one.
Got him. Being me.
Could there be
Yeah.
an undead sea? in there?
Why not?
Of course. In Starfinder,
Oh, yeah.
anything is possible.
Yeah.
Yeah. You can basically make anything undead, can't you?
Yeah.
Would that be technically a Barai?
It would be a Barai
Yeah.
subtype. Yes.
I
Yes,
have
it would.
nipples, Greg. Can you make me undead?
Barai Murglebur.
Stupid.
Oh man. Or you could just put I think there's like an undead graft that you can
Yeah.
slap on.
Just slap on
Slap
a
on.
patch of undead skin. And whoop,
Does
it's
that-
all undead.
Does that make you a Barai or?
I think
No,
it's just
no.
like a monster.
Yeah, so like
Graft.
if you're building creatures, there's things called grafts. So like I could put like a shadow graft and it like gives you certain traits
I
that
got
are
you.
specific to that, you know.
I've never tried to homebrew a creature in Starfinder, so I really
It's kind of fun.
kind of avoid it. Well, here's the deal: is I saw how the summon elemental system worked, and I went, "Bleh, no, I don't want any part of this. It's the clunkiest thing I've ever seen, man. Like it's just really atrocious.
Well, homebrewing an NPC is a little bit easier to do.
Because they have,
That's what I heard. It's 10
you
times
just plug and
you can
play
just-
kind of type situation.
Well, yeah, it's all in order.
Yeah.
So as you build it, it's in order in the book as you build it. It's
Beautiful.
crazy concept, I know, but it really
Yeah,
makes it a lot
I mean,
easier.
all in one book.
Yeah,
Yeah.
it's one of the Alien Archives has all the building
Graph.
NPC rules.
It's a
It does
lot.
have all the
It's
graphs.
sequential.
but
It's not just in order. It's like next to each other as well, right?
right.
Wow.
Right.
Controversial decision.
It's like step one,
Controversial.
pick your base. Step, like it's laid out like that.
Are you really
And
playing
now
a
with-
TTRPG if you're not flipping through 5 different books, though?
Well, you do that for all the other things. You see. You see. It's just that one instance is succinct.
It's either 5 different books or 5 different places in the same book to get one rule. You know, and that's just listen. I know that I on this show in particular, I kind of shit on things I don't like about Starfinder, but
That's because you're GMing.
It's because I'm GM, but I do love Starfinder. I think it's a fantastic system, and more than I think that it's a fantastic system, I think that it's a fantastic vessel for storytelling, specifically because of the setting. Because you cannot convince me that there's a type of story that you couldn't tell in Starfinder's world. Like, whether it be a high fantasy setting or a high tech setting or basically anything in between, because
hold on, I'm gonna go check the lines to see if we have anybody calling in to debate Starfinder setting. No calls.
No calls.
No calls. No calls. I'm not getting
all right, asshole. Okay.
I'm just, that was my mean way to say I totally agree with you.
My mean way to agree with you.
You literally just hit me with the "don't care, didn't ask" or the "who asked."
No. That's not what I was saying. It was the that's not a hot take. Like everybody.
I don't know. That's the thing, though. I think that it is. I think that it is controversial. I think that there are people out there who maybe think that you can only tell specific kind, or like, oh, I want a high fantasy setting.
That was me. When we first...
You can do that and start...
When we first broached the subject of, like, way back in the day, do we want to do a podcast and do we want to do Starfinder? I was initially hesitant because, A, I was very new to the TTRPG game, period. And then, like, B, I was like, I like fantasy, though. You can't play that if it's in a sci-fi world. And it's like, no, it's sci-fantasy. Like,
there's a planet for that.
There's a planet for that.
There's like, I mean, there's a whole galaxy where it's a high fantasy setting. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
And it's literally as easy as you breaking out a deck of mini worlds or something and just going ham.
I mean,
that's what you
the second book of Dead Suns is like mostly a Pathfinder
archaic
adventure. You know, like in how it's laid out. You go through an ancient jungle, you're going through ancient temples, you know, like dealing with elves, all that kind of stuff. Excuse me, all that kind of stuff. You know, being an asshole aside, Zach, what do you think about the other side now with everybody saying that, well, in Pathfinder 2e, you can add science fiction to your Pathfinder 2e experience because they've added robots and automatons and lasers and like all, you know, there's a whole region of Galarian that has like a crashed starship that has like all that technology, you know. Do you think it works both ways?
I think it does. I feel like it would be easier to make fantasy in Starfinder than it would be to make sci-fi in Pathfinder. But that's just me. And also because I think that, and again, like I said, I know that I shit on things I don't like about Starfinder in this show. I love Starfinder. I am not a huge fan of Pathfinder 2e. I think that there's a lot of obtuseness that didn't need to be there that made it in there anyway. And so it could be perhaps just my lack of familiarity with 2e that makes me think that I think that it would be harder to do that. But they've got all these things. Yeah, I mean, you could certainly flavor. I
don't disagree with you, though. To be honest, I was just curious what your thoughts were. But I'm kind of with you that yes, you can do like steampunk kind of sci-fantasy stuff in Galarian, but it is all on one planet. You know what I mean? So like, and it is no matter what, not futuristic as a whole.
Yeah, right.
And there aren't, you know, where in Starfinder, you can play a fighter or a bard. They have the legacy classes in the back of the book, and you do not have the conversion classes for Starfinder.
The way that I see it, setting wise, it's a lot easier to go back in time than it is to advance technology.
Right.
And make sense of it.
Right.
Yeah.
My thought is not just the classes and their mechanics. It's like the setting. It's the technology, right, that you're going to find on Galarian. That, you know, like there's health potions and then there's serums of healing. Well, that's easy enough, right? But then you get into like a lot of weird things that I feel like you would have to take a look at a Starfinder book and then retrofit that into being a magic item as opposed to a technological
Well, what's
item.
interesting is that Starfinder was actually born out of a Pathfinder 1E adventure path. Like so many concepts were introduced in Iron Gods, which takes place in the Numerian sector of Golarion. And as I said, that whole thing is about this starship from the future that crashed into Golarion through, some time shit or whatever.
Wibbly wobbly, Tommy want me.
And a bunch of people extracted some of that technology and started remaking it. So there's lasers and androids and stuff in that adventure. Now you as a 1E character are, you don't start as that.
You're not privy to the new shit.
Yeah.
But you do get it as you go through the adventure. So at some point, you will be shooting a laser and you will be having some of these things. Now, it was developed in a huge way for Starfinder. And I agree, the expansiveness of the Pact Worlds and Beyond of Starfinder is just, it's the best thing about the system.
I agree.
And that is the part that I don't think is debated. Even people who don't like Starfinder are like, well, I hate all the mechanics of Starfinder, but it's got a really good setting,
You want to play an alien, you can play that alien. You want to be on a planet that does such and such, you can do that. The Golarion setting, kind of like you're saying, is so finite compared to...
Well, you're not going to get in a starship.
Yeah.
Well, it's Golarion's like a known quantity.
Yeah,
at this point. You're right. Are there any parts of Galarian that are
completely unexplored?
Yeah.
No.
Anything that's
we don't
lots of not wilderness. Mapped. It's
yeah. There are regions that that aren't mapped because they are. The Skyrim region, it's northern tundra and nobody's mapping that.
And they don't have the technology to go up there safely.
Right. But no, there isn't some undiscovered land that nobody's put their feet on.
That we know of.
Yeah. I'm pretty sure at this point.
I guess I'm curious, do they have a globe map?
Here, hold up.
Yeah.
They do. It's big.
Yeah.
Heath going off and fetching his maps.
Got you, dog.
He's like, yeah. Oh, you asked for a globe map? I got you a
trotting
globe
back in
map.
with
So what I'm saying is the entirety of the planet is mapped.
Yes.
Right? We have at least an outline. So you could have a city that was undiscovered, but you can't have a country that's
there's
unknown.
Obviously they could throw something in if they wanted to, some small island that's never been charted or something like that.
Pocket dimension or a...
The general geographic, the general geographic layout of Galarian is pretty established at this point.
Yeah. Now, obviously, you can homebrew your own planet or whatever and have your setting in Pathfinder be set there. But my question is, at that point, why aren't you just playing Starfinder?
There you go.
The 3-action
It's the 3-action system.
It trumps everything. I don't care if every other reason that I want to play a game is present in Starfinder. It doesn't have 3 actions. I'm not interested.
So the 3-action system does make it a big debate. Also, sorry, I went to go get a map because I thought I had the world map. Just got the inner sea map. But that's a big part of debate for Starfinder right now, is people being like, oh, if Starfinder will do a Starfinder 2E with the 3-action system, then I'd get more into it or whatever. People were like, there are certain amounts of people kind of begging for that. And it's like, Starfinder is not near the end of its life cycle.
We're not ready for a 2E. Y'all leave that shit alone.
We see something of that, along those lines eventually. Not anytime soon.
Yeah, eventually, sure. But, people are
there's
wanting
already
it
an
right
unofficial
now.
conversion.
It doesn't work.
For sure.
It doesn't work? Really?
It doesn't hold up. It doesn't
I've obviously never tried it, know.
It's just because the 3-action system is more than just action economy. It's a math thing. You know what I mean? And so you can't just, it doesn't work that way because it throws off the balance because all of the abilities are built around swift action, move action, standard action, and like so much of the abilities manipulate those specific things, you know, like that it doesn't play out.
Yeah.
You know?
You know what? You know what kills me though about the three actions? For spellcasters, it's irrelevant. Every spell costs 2 actions.
That's bullshit, though. There's so many things to do with your third action.
Yeah, like movement. I think is so key,
right? Like I'm talking about like. Okay, a melee attacker can move, attack, right? Whereas a spellcaster can cast, move. Right?
Yeah, but their cast is going to have more impact than that second attack.
Situationally, that's not a universal truth.
Also, focus spells are 1 action.
A lot of them are, yeah. Most of them. Yep. There's more to it than that, Zach, but we're already at 16.
I love that this turned into a Tom Talks. Like, I'm here for it.
Yeah, I was sitting there like, Tom Talks time. Hadn't done one of those in a minute.
Well, you know,
sometimes that's how the banter goes. You know, sometimes we get a little Tom Talk.
We had
slip
to
in,
the next schedule when we're just talking about Tonka trucks the whole time. It's a Tonka Talks, so we don't have room for 2E, unfortunately.
That makes sense.
Listen, I mean, here's the deal. Sometimes we're like shit posting, like in real life in these banters, and sometimes we actually have conversations about TTRPGs and what things. Yeah. So,
sometimes we're actually talking about relevant information, you know?
On occasion.
If you can't accept me at my rules debates, then you don't deserve me at my AI-generated Olive Garden commercial. Okay? That's how I feel about it.
Dude, I'm just imagining that as one of those AI-generated T-shirt ads that you get. Like, I got targeted with some of those lately that I was like, my dad is a joke, is a redneck. I love my dad, but he is a stereotype. And like, it targeted me with some shit that I was like, my dad would be uncomfortable with being targeted with this shirt.
No.
You know? Like... Not that it was like offensive. It was offensively laid out with like, here's 9 different random interests that we, for whatever reason, think fit you, half of which don't actually interest you.
But they have to do. Maybe you click this.
Maybe you can fuck off with your targeted ads.
I had this thought at like 2 a.m. the other night. This is what happens to me. What if somebody, their first ever encounter with STF Network was picking up that episode, and they listened.
They're lucky.
Yeah, I mean, really,
the high watermark right there.
Yeah, they got the best of us.
At our best. That's at our best.
Yeah.
Copying somebody else's
Congratulations.
content.
I think, look,
It's all downhill
That's the
from
right
here.
episode to start with.
the kind of person that will just pick up a TTRPG podcast 40 episodes in and be like, I want to start here, is probably wild enough that they're like, that's pretty fucking funny.
All right,
You know?
I'm here for this.
Yeah.
Yeah,
I chose wisely.
that's certainly one of the choices that you
Of
could
all
make.
the choices.
So I think I could see somebody being like, okay, let's jump into whatever episode and just like listen to their
vibe,
intro
get a feel.
and see how do the people sound, what are they like, whatever. And getting hit with that right off the bat would have been like, I'd be like, okay, I need to listen to this.
Yeah, it's like, well, I'm here for the long haul. Okay, let me do this.
It's a stay or go moment, is what it is.
Truly.
Speaking of going,
Oh, is that the wrap
Starfinder.
up music I'm hearing right
Live
now?
and let fly. No, I literally just like
playing off
Wrap
the
it up,
banter.
B.
I like it.
wrap
I like it.
up. No, okay. Last time, in Live and Let Fly, you crossed the Renunciant Bridge trying to get to the Liberator Sanctum. Because you're looking for Agavana Oathbreaker, the butcher of Barandamana. And instead, you got a spicy clam.
It was
so
spicy.
So spicy.
It's a very spicy clam.
Shit was hot in that mouth.
Yep.
That's words I wish
I'm
I
watching
could
a
put
lot
in
of
a
so
sentence.
movies
happy.
lately, so I just got spice in the brain again. Okay, yeah, so you did that. Yep, great. You defeated the clam. Congratulations.
We did it.
It's a hollow thing, is what it was. It's a hollow thing, not a clam. It's like I said, it's a spicy clam. So
Rude
that
clown.
leaves us.
So I got a question. It's Hollow Fang, like HOLO.
Yes.
Why is it called that? That like makes me think of like a hologram. Why is it? What am I missing there?
Because it literally projected a hologram of itself as being a part of the bridge, which you fell right into its trap.
Gotcha.
Is that what the
That's a
little
totally worse moment for like
anglerfish?
all of us, dude.
That is what the anglerfish bulb at the end of its tongue
Damn.
does, is
It's a
project
fake fucking bridge.
holograms.
Okay.
I am
Too
That's
worried
how it-
about
that's how it
trying
runs.
to bust out of the mouth. I didn't
That's
even-
some good Starfinder content
That is.
right
Yeah.
there.
It
Well, yep. I mean,
It's a solid
is
monster.
there a Hall of Fang in 2E? I don't
Yeah,
know.
I'm almost
Prowling.
certain.
It's an illusion fang, you know.
Yeah.
Illusion Fang. Yeah.
Is there a Hall of Fang in 1D&D? Jeremy Crawford, is there a Hall
No
of
way.
Fang in that?
No way. No way.
Get out of here.
You could homebrew one.
A Hall of Fang does more than be a punching bag and attack. So then no.
It ate your ass. Well, now I said, let's move on.
Now you said a thing.
All right, that's all well and good. Congratulations on your triumphant victory over the Hall of Fang. Your brave, heroic defeat of the Hall of Fang. Really,
we did it, man.
Remarkable. Yeah, your
I
We
victory
did it
feel
over the
so
Hall
like-
of Fang.
smoothly with no arguments or
Yep.
debates about the rules or anything. It
Never.
was one of the most
Never
clean
gonna happen.
combat
Yeah,
we've
don't
ever
worry
had.
about it. It was cinematic. It was fast paced.
Yeah. Certainly
some
not
of my
skippable.
best
Yeah.
combat work
Certainly
yet.
engaging.
I think one of my best set pieces that we've had on the show. I'm very, very proud of it. I will be not taking any questions. So that leaves us with the present state of you have to cross a 20-foot gap in a bridge. How do y'all want to do that?
Well, first things first, Roland's going to need 10 minutes.
You gotta
He's
catch his breath.
He's going to need a little, he's
Plum
gonna need a little
Tucker.
breather.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Are you
I got 8 pretty good.
you
I'm gonna
good
take a
on the
10.
HP though, right?
I'm good on HP, yeah.
Okay.
31 stamina you got out of me.
Well, you know, like I said, it was a heroic struggle. It was very, very close combat. I had you all within an inch of your lives. You know,
Yeah.
like it's exactly how you wanted a very close combat to play out. So I'm glad that I could provide you with that harrowing challenge of the Hall of Fang. You're welcome. You're all welcome.
Yeah.
Thanks.
Yeah. So I got that. What I don't have is did I end up in the water?
For the sake of not overcomplicating this, I'm going to say no.
So for the
You
sake
had
of not
spit out.
overcomplicating, can we just cross this gap?
No.
No.
I want to take 20 on this bridge.
Again, okay, all right, here's the deal. It's a 20-foot gap.
Yeah, take 20.
Yeah, it's a big gap.
Do we?
You have water underneath. Okay, you have. I mean, it's like 10 feet to the water from where you are, and then the water itself, I'll just tell you, is about 20 feet deep.
Is it moving? It's moving at a pretty
It's
good
moving
clip
at a
too.
pretty good
Yeah.
clip. Yep. So
All right.
I'm just curious, like how would you like to handle that?
We got some rope. It's time to
we
rope
do.
up.
We do
Time
have
to
some
rope
rope.
up.
I love
Ion
it.
tape would be
Mental
more
notes.
effective.
Fucking jetpacks next time.
Oh, jetpacks require money, baby.
Yeah.
Yeah, I don't have any jetpack.
Yeah. We need jet-
I'm fresh out of jetpack.
I ain't even got any jump.
This is the
jets.
future. You know, this is
I
a
know.
Pathfinder. We're supposed to have jetpacks.
Yeah, but we're broke.
Yeah, we're broke in the future, just like the others.
John, we just don't have any.
I got some good light armor though.
Oh well.
At least you're not going to drown then.
Is
probably
there anything on
Doggy
the
paddle.
other side that we could attach a rope to, even if it's not easily? Because I have Saoirse. Could Saoirse fly the rope over there?
Saoirse could absolutely fly the rope over there, but unfortunately, there isn't really anything on the bridge. Now, the only thing that has like a connector on the bridge is the statue on the same side of the bridge that you're on.
That's bloody convenient.
How tall is that statue?
Yeah, how tall?
It's rather large. I
Is
mean,
it like
say it's
25 feet?
25
30
feet?
feet?
Yeah.
let's say 30 feet, just for good
30
measure.
foot
So 30, would you say it's 30
statue.
feet tall?
Yes. Yes, Zach.
So okay, wait.
Unfortunately, it's 19 feet tall.
Make sure I'm tracking what we're trying. You're trying to like tear down a 25-foot
just
stone
exploring our
statue.
options.
Of,
You just said it. We are heroes.
God damn.
We
you
the
couldn't
clan,
tell the
man.
sarcasm in my fucking voice on that. All right, you wanna destroy a potentially 25 feet
hypothetical.
tall
We'll be gentle
stone
with it.
statue.
Yeah.
We actually don't want to destroy it because we need
Yeah,
it intact.
I do.
Right,
Yeah.
right.
So
Think
we
that's
can cross
important.
it. Yeah.
Okay, all right. So let's just entertain this line
We
of
want to
thinking.
topple.
What is your plan for like getting the stone statue of 25? I mean, this thing has to weigh a few tons, right? Like,
We will.
how do you plan on removing the statue from the base? Of the
If we
bridge?
can just get it halfway, if we use our rope and we topple it, okay? All right? Just go
Pull it down.
We
All
pull it
of us
down.
work together. Pull it down.
And then we pull it to the edge and then push it over about just like 10 feet. Then we can,
we can
get
jump.
on and jump across. This
What's
is-
everybody's strength score?
Listen, don't bring numbers into this, my dude.
Look, dude.
I feel like it might be relevant.
Don't-
I just
don't
feel
shame
like
me.
Don't
I just
shame
feel
me.
like your physical
Don't be
prowess.
shaming me in my physical
Don't
build,
muscle
all right?
shame. Don't body
Don't
shame me,
body
dog.
shame. Listen, I'm a
I'm
proud.
lean, all right?
All right.
I'm a proud +0 to strength. Okay. So-
Okay.
I think I know what I'm going to do. Because just out of curiosity, I figured I'd look up some of the movement rules, like under athletics for jumping and swimming. And it seems like it'd be easier. Would you say that the environmental conditions of the water are currently rough?
I think that's a safe assumption. Is there another
Stormy
parameter
would be
that it
higher.
could be?
Tumultuous.
There's like,
Love that.
there's like 4 stages. Yeah, there's like calm, rough, and what'd you say? Tumultuous?
No, I just made that
calm,
up.
rough, stormy, maelstrom.
It's okay. I would say that
It's
rough
a maelstrom down there.
is, dude. It's an absolute maelstrom. No, I mean I think rough is the closest descriptor
Okay.
that fits. So let's call it rough.
Okay, so shit, that's athletics, not acrobatics.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah, to swim
Yeah,
or
yeah,
jump
no, I know.
requires athletics, which
yeah.
none of us are
All right.
great at.
You say that, but
Question.
old skill monkey mouse over here.
There is on the map. You can see like a see-through. Are the columns still available
No,
underneath? Okay,
no.
it's all gone.
So
Gotcha.
this map. First of all, I had to do some weird shit. Sput actually made me another map where I could do the illusion, but I liked this one better because the river was a little wider in it, and I really wanted to make it clear to you that you're not gonna just cross
Yeah.
the river, right?
Is there,
So basically the image there is showing the hologram, the space that the Holofang is taking up with their hologram, the translucent portion of the
Gotcha.
bridge.
okay.
Yeah.
Is there anything on the side of the bridge that we're on? Like any boats or any
Yeah.
long logs or
Is there a bridge down there that we
is
can
there a
use?
bridge? Just being.
Is there a bridge on the
Observe.
bridge?
Yeah, yeah. Is
Maybe?
there just another
Further
bridge
up.
underneath the bridge?
Is there an opportunity for us to ford the river or fjord it? I forget which one.
No,
word.
no.
It's
I
forward.
don't know that we need to do that.
you wouldn't
Like,
fjord it.
I'm fairly somewhat confident that Gadget can jump it.
Okay. If you can jump it, then you take the rope over
Yeah,
and you hold the
That's what I
rope
was
taut,
thinking.
and we'll
have
just cross
have
that
the
way.
rope tied to Gadrick with everybody else tied onto it, so in case he falls, he doesn't just like fall into the water.
Yeah.
You guys can pull
Roping
me back
up.
up, and we can try it again if we need to.
Okay. I like it.
Well, I mean, you
old.
could certainly tie one end of a rope to the statue,
Or
right?
that.
You know what I'm saying? If that's
Yeah.
the
So did we reconsider on knocking the statue down? We changed our mind on that one.
Yeah, we don't really have the way to
No,
do that.
I'm aware. I some quick googling I just used the Stonehenge stones was the quickest thing I could think of.
Yeah.
Those are like 13 feet tall, 13 meters tall, excuse me. They're like 7 feet wide. They weigh like 30 tons.
So you're saying we can't push them over?
Let's just push the statue over.
Can I get a stone cunning on?
Look, I've played this game long enough to know the answer is no.
That's the one thing that Starfinder doesn't let you get. Yeah.
No stone cutting.
We've moved past the Stone Age in Starfinder.
It's still a feature in Starfinder. You just cannot use it.
So does Mantis? Does Mantis have any
stone cutting?
No, athletics or acrobat. Like
Is
once
it a
we
flying
get over,
drone?
We already got what we're gonna do.
I think you have a solution here. We just need to see. I think we tie one end of the rope to the statue. You got a guaranteed good to go.
Yep.
And then we see how far Gadrick's tiny little mouse legs can let him jump.
I mean, I am very curious.
So
it's like,
all right. I'm reading through the jump rules because this is very important for Gadrick. So as part of a move action, you can use athletics to horizontally or vertically jump a distance no greater than your remaining amount of movement. I have 40-foot movement speed, so I can jump theoretically up to 30 feet horizontally. So I can clear it. If you take a 10-foot running start just prior to the jump attempt, the DC is equal to the number of feet you are jumping or attempting to jump horizontally. So, jumping 20 feet, DC 20, right?
Okay. And that's an athletics check, I'm assuming?
Yep. Okay. If you fail by 5 or more, you fall prone, even if you don't take any damage from the fall. Creatures with a land speed of 35 feet or more gain a +4 bonus to athletics checks to jump.
Look at you.
Nice.
I've got +16.
Look at you.
You're built for this, baby.
I've got 40-foot movement. My athletics is +11. Add that 4, and I got a +15.
So as long as you roll a 5 or above,
4 or below, yeah.
I can't wait till you natural one this, and it's like that scene in Joe Dirt where he bungee jumps and then hits his head on the bridge.
No.
Well, Gaddy, let's see what you got.
So first off, I'm going to double check and make sure that this rope is tied to the correct length for me not to plummet all the way, so I can be pulled up and not end up in the water.
We only have 50 feet of rope, and so
Well, here's the deal: you need to jump 20 feet, but the. Okay, rope. Yeah. So, it's close.
We have just enough rope.
We have just enough.
Yeah.
I'm not going to split hairs on that. But if you do fall, though, it's 10 feet to the water, so I'm pretty sure you would get wet. But your party could easily.
Okay. I'm not going to get swept away by it.
Yeah. You'd just be dangling.
Yeah. You'd just be dangling.
Pull you up looking like a wet rat.
All right. I promised Vincent that I would never throw a dwarf, so you're up. Gadrick.
Still maintain that promise.
I think I can make that jump. Pretty sure I've jumped further than that once before, but I guess we'll see. And let's get that roll. Ooh, 32.
32.
So Gadrick takes, steps back 10 feet and kind of gets into a little sprinter's pose and takes off and just leaps with his tiny little legs and arms, just like kicking and doing the long jump,
Yeah. I'm just curious, what sort of movie is Gadrick thinking of as he's majestically soaring?
I was trying to think of it, and
the
only thing I can think of, and I don't know if there was anything like long jump, would be like Chariots of Fire.
Oh no!
But that's running, isn't it?
Speed, bro.
Speed?
Yeah, you're the bus.
Wait. No.
I like
Bruce
Chariots of
Willis
Fire more than that, but
Bruce
I'm open to
Willis
suggestions.
jumping off the side of the building.
Bro, Cliffhanger. None of you ever seen Cliffhanger?
I mean,
yeah.
Wait, you haven't seen Cliffhanger, Josh?
I have not.
Classic.
You gotta put that on the holovid, man.
Right.
It's classic. Next time you get a climbing skill boost,
Gadrick,
that needs to be one that Gadrick watches.
You can certainly take an inspiration for your heroic leap that you
did it.
Yeah,
Isn't that's like a
Die Hard. That's what I'm thinking about.
Yeah.
Die Hard. Off the side of the building, he's got that thing tied to his waist.
Yeah, like jumps there. Yeah.
What about like a movie where there's like a lot of free running parkour type stuff, jumping from building to building?
Indiana Jones, right?
And yeah, that'd be a good one.
Yeah,
Man, they didn't even do parkour well in the Assassin's Creed movie. You know what I mean? Like,
But did they do well with the Assassin's Creed movie at all? I haven't seen it.
I have hot takes about the AC movie in that I do not think that it was nearly as bad as.
Let's save that for next week's.
Okay,
banter.
we'll save it for next week's banter.
preview.
Sure thing, Gadget.
Preview.
Bam! You jump over. You want to tie the rope off to
What?
to what?
I don't
waist.
know.
You just gotta brace
I mean,
Just
yourself.
gotta hold it.
Gadrick is the
Gadrick doesn't
lightest
weigh much.
weighing individual in the entire party. You know what I'm
Well,
saying?
look, Zach, I don't know what you want us to do here, man.
Listen, man,
He drives.
I'm literally just stalling. Okay,
just-
I'm literally just stalling. I have already resolved to let you cross this bridge. I just wanted to see how you did it because, to be totally honest with you, it's not addressed at all in the AP. It's literally not addressed. I'm sitting there reading it and I'm going, okay, well, they fight the Hollow Fang, but then how do they get across the bridge?
They probably assume that we all have jetpacks or jump
something.
jets, but then they forgot to pay us for a book and a half. So
Well,
So, do you have a survival knife?
I have a pretty good feeling that this is one of the 10,000 words that got of
cut.
Leo's that got
Leo
added on
had
the cutting room
5,000
floor.
words
You know,
written up on crossing the bridge
Yeah,
and just
yeah.
got axed.
No, what I would actually do if we realistically were trying with this map laid out how it is, I don't know about distances, 50 foot of rope or not, but Gadrick would scamper down the side of the bridge and tie the
On one
rope
of the
off
pillars?
onto one of the pillars on the supports of the bridge.
yeah,
There you go.
Yeah, I
And
like
then
it.
they
I like
can
it.
kind of like zip line down. across it.
Nice. We're sure.
So you gave him an inspiration, right?
I did.
Can we just clarify that? Because we talked about it, but let's just clarify on air that if you were to roll with advantage, you only can roll one of those with the D30. You don't roll the D30 twice.
We actually did discuss it in our Discord community the other day. And
Somebody did the math.
Sput did the math. And rolling a D30 with quote unquote advantage. I don't believe that Paizo used the term advantage. However, I am going to use the term advantage. You literally can't stop me.
Well, wizards might could, but they're not
Wizards
gonna.
can.
They got bigger problems.
Yeah.
Cut the
Man,
mic.
you need to sort out a
Hold it
lot
back,
more
hold
shit
it back.
before you come after me for using the term advantage in a Starfinder podcast, bro. Yeah. Okay.
Let's cue that music.
Wrap it up.
Yeah. Basically, we landed on siding with Zach's ruling as an appropriate one.
You can use a D30 on any thing that you want to, but you cannot use enhanced communalism or communalism to double the number of D30s that you get to roll.
Now, if you
Could
wanted
I
to spend
spend
two
two
inspirations, you
So
could do that.
I was gonna say, now if that's what you want to do, have at it, my friend.
You gotta spend that. You gotta spend that point.
You gotta, if you want to double up those D30s and wombo combo it, then that's a resource tax that I think is an acceptable resource tax
Okay.
to justify.
No, we're good. I
Glad we got that official on air.
yeah, just wanted to get an official ruling on the books.
Yeah.
So
I do not believe that I am some iron-fisted.
look, you don't have to
Authoritarian
explain
about this.
yourself.
Okay.
This was all just about getting it out on the record.
Sure.
We're all in agreement. We have decided as a table that this is fair, even if we don't like it. It's fair.
Kinda cool.
Yeah. All right. I guess we'll play some Starfinder at some point during this episode.
We've crossed the bridge.
Just crossed the bridge, Zach. Thank you.
Congratulations. The rest of you
With numbers.
can zip line across if you'd like.
Yeah, so can we tie the rope up? Somebody climb up 25 feet to the top of the statue, and we could actually zip line just for funsies.
we're getting really off in the weeds.
I mean, no, I
on
don't
this
want to
now.
roll for it. I just want
I
to do
just
it
want
for
to
fun.
flavor it.
Well, I want a flavor zip line.
What flavor zipline? Come on, man.
Okay, you can have just a little flavor zip line as a treat.
Oh, okay.
Sweet.
Okay.
We did it, guys. We broke him.
God, it's just not worth it. You know what I'm saying? Like, just okay, fine.
Just shut up and let me go forward.
This whole thing would have been a lot easier if I had the platform gun from Deep Rock Galactic. Could have fixed the whole thing.
Yeah, it would problem solved instantaneously. I agree. All right, there you go. You cross the bridge. You continue along the bridge, and you arrive at these ruins. This abandoned temple of Waden. We did decide that it was Waden, right? I believe.
Yeah.
Okay.
You decided.
Some of you decided that. Yep.
That's what I decided in my heart of hearts. It's always been that. So, yeah.
Tight.
Okay. until an official Paizo representative pings me in Discord and says that it's not Waden, it's going to be Waden.
It's weed and stupid. No.
Yep. For you it will.
Okay.
We're across. We're going to the temple.
You arrive at this abandoned temple of Waden, okay? It, I mean, it's a ruin, right? Like, it's destroyed. It's just been completely, absolutely destroyed. There's nothing intact about
this isn't like
place.
recent, though, right? Like, this is... We wouldn't presume that this was destroyed by the person we're seeking.
Oh, no. The damage to this place is certainly a lot more long term than
Gotcha.
Yeah.
Old school damage. All right.
Yeah. So you're kind of wandering around, like you're just like moving through these ruins. There's no door. There's no rooms, right? Like you believe that Agavan Oathbreaker is here. Your intel tells you that she's here, but there's nothing, right? Like there's nothing that you could. I mean, it's rubble. Okay. So as you're walking around exploring these ruins, I obviously think that perception checks would be in order, right?
Seems appropriate.
I believe we could do that.
Stone cunning.
Yes.
That's ruins.
They're
made of stone.
Rock, right?
Yeah.
Come on, dog.
You're asking me like legitimately, like to answer that question?
What's the specificity of stone cunning? What is it?
So it says +2
you?
bonus to perception checks to notice unusual stonework such as traps or hidden doors located in stone walls or floors.
Well, it's made out of a rare metal, so sorry.
my friend.
I'm a fucking dwarf.
I'm gonna give you that +2 bonus on
Hey,
most definitely.
Hey, we got it. We fucking got it.
did
We got
it.
a stone
We
cunning in Starfinder. Holy
got
shit.
a stone cutting, bro.
Everybody's bingo. Whoever had that on their bingo, go ahead and knock that off.
I've had it forever. I'm so jealous of you right now, John.
Yes.
That's amazing.
And what did you roll? A 1?
Hold the fucking horses. I gotta find out what my damn perception score is.
I rolled a 16, Zach.
Okay.
I rolled a 33.
On perception?
Yeah, I'm a mystic, baby.
I know it. It's nice, isn't it?
It's pretty.
Nice.
It's pretty.
Nice.
It's like my only
not
thing.
even
It's like the best thing
Not even a
mystics
little
do
bit.
is like look at shit.
I'm real good at looking.
19 total.
Okay. Well, I mean, can
Could use
anybody
some
get
stone
close
cutting.
to a 33?
But does he
No.
notice traps?
Well, see, that's
Ooh.
the thing. That's the thing.
Ooh. Yeah.
I could get a
Eyebrows,
33 if I did a roll of inspiration die.
Yeah. Well,
Yeah,
okay.
same.
Hey,
Morgan, as
sup?
you're wandering through these ruins, you see some like rubble, some like boulders.
Some
That's
stone.
a nice
They look a
boulder.
little sus.
Uh-oh.
They look a little sus. I'll tell you that.
Fellows, that's a suspect boulder if I've ever seen one.
It's another
So
clam.
you're a rock expert now, yeah? Awesome. Oh, look at Morgan.
I learned it from watching you. All right.
Yes, and now I'm a professional artist.
Been watching a lot of dwarf documentaries, you know.
Documentary.
Is that how you say that word?
Yeah.
Yeah, that apparently, and it's the accent. It's in Starfinder. That's how they pronounce it. Yeah, documentaries.
Yeah, in the future, they say
I'm just trying to get it out. I was just trying to get the word out, guys. Jesus Christ.
No, I love it.
Come on, that's part of the fun, dude.
So these
yeah.
sus looking rocks.
Sus looking rocks.
Like
Kick 'em.
That's you. I mean, you have to, at this point,
okay.
come up with another wacky solution. So sus looking rocks.
Solution to sus rocks?
Yep.
That's a weird problem.
I
So
suspect them.
may I ask, do they look like they are maybe not rocks, or that they are out of place, or like?
I don't know. Do you have any way of detecting things that might be sus? I'm not sure.
Like a detect
Detect magic.
magic or
You know what, buddy? I just might. I do, in fact, have unlimited use of detect magic. Wah, 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 wah.
Okay.
But I'm not going to use it.
But I'm not going to use it.
I'm not going to use it.
Cone-shaped, 60-foot emanation. Wah, 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 wah.
Yes. So you certainly detect some magic on these boulders. Not necessarily like an illusion,
Okay.
right?
Can you better explain what you mean by sus? Like what about them is like makes them feel out of place?
Like, is it discolored? Like if you're playing an old school Zelda game?
Yeah.
Like
to have like yellow paint on it
the
or
hollow
something.
wall is like...
yellow
Is it a
paint.
rock that has no earthly business being there? No.
No, it looks like a rock or several rocks. Okay, it's a bunch of boulders that may or may not be blocking something.
I gotcha.
Okay.
Gotcha.
Okay.
Do anybody have
rocks
any
are-
bombs? Got some Zelda vibes going on.
Yeah.
Well, you detect magic, as I
Okay.
said, and you detect that there is a spell cast upon these boulders.
Okay.
Now, because of that, I will allow you to roll a mysticism check.
Huzzah! That's the only other thing that I'm good at. Yeah.
I am terrible at that.
I'm not great.
It's not great.
Can I aid?
Can you aid?
I mean, I can.
Can he aid?
Yes. Wait. Are you? Yeah.
Yeah, I mean, I'm trained in mysticism.
Absolutely.
So that is going to be a 19. So yeah, that's an aid.
Okay, well, with that, I have a total of 21. I rolled very poorly.
Well, lucky for you, Morgan. That's enough. So you're kind of you're putting two and two together. Some synapses start firing in your brain, and you're here at a temple of Waden, and you remember this aphorism. It's a well-known aphorism of Waden that states, "The door is always open." This comes to you. Remember this. You read it in a book somewhere, you know, or a data pad, like
read
an
it in a
Infosphere
book.
article.
Take a look.
Thank you.
Shout out LeVar Burton.
Yes.
What a fucking legend.
All the time.
Just try to walk through it.
Yeah,
It's
I'm
an
just going to
illusion.
go over there.
It's an illusion.
Can I toss a rock? Like, there's obviously a bunch of...
Can I toss a rock?
I want
at
to
the
just...
rock?
I want to see. Does it go through there?
Okay, you do that.
Yeah.
The rocks are very real. They are very, very real. This is not an illusion. These are, in fact, real ass boulders.
So it bounces off. Rock bounces off.
Rock bing, it's gone.
Why would you do that, Morgan?
Well,
That's silly.
The door was supposed to be open. You see, Waden says, if you're a very, very good person, the door will also be open for you. No, Emily's dumb. I'm
think I'm
controlled
pretty-
by a dumb person.
I think I'm pretty good, and Gadrick just tries to walk into the rocks, walk through them.
And you smack your big nose on the
no.
rock.
Son
Oh,
of
the
a bitch!
fuck
I thought
did
I was
you do,
good.
kitty?
Gadrick,
I don't know. I heard
you've,
what she said, and I just
you've messed up your mustache there. It's a little crinkled.
You guys are overthinking the shit out of this.
Hey, Hey, mister, I got the book in front of me. We don't know. We don't
Some
know.
damn sussy rocks.
It's
Surely it's open
Here's,
sesame, right?
here's the information you've given us, Zach. There's a pile of boulders that look sus. There's magic in it, and we remembered a saying of Waydon.
yeah.
That it was always open. So I'm like, well, okay.
No, you remember an aphorism, a phrase of Waydon.
Right? That's different than a saying.
Morgan says out loud, she says, the door is open. The door is always open.
And at that, the boulders move themselves out of the way, revealing a staircase going down into what appears to be a basement.
The penitent man kneels.
So hold on, that wouldn't have triggered.
I mean, it's like a
Speak,
trope.
friend, and enter.
Exactly.
Yeah, right, exactly.
But
dude.
like that would not have triggered as Morgan was telling everyone, like, "Hey,
Morgan
this is
did
the
not say the words.
They didn't.
The door
say
is
it.
always
Oh,
open.
I thought they actually said it. Okay.
No.
We all just heard it, but Morgan didn't say it. They just kept it into
Yeah.
their
As I
head.
said, Morgan, I'm controlled by an idiot. So sorry.
No. Morgan, I think, would not have had any issue remembering that aphorism, saying the key phrase. Okay, I'm going to make Morgan not make the mistake.
Thank you.
Right? Okay.
Thank
yes.
you.
Absolutely. No problem. Lightweight. Easy. But
But Gaddy's still walking to the rock, right?
Gaddy's
Oh, yeah.
still walking the rock.
Okay, cool,
Yeah.
cool.
Oh, yeah.
Cool. It's
I
important
need,
matters.
I need
you
that
know?
to be canon.
Yeah,
you know?
absolutely.
Further displaying his mountains of courage, as has been his theme for this episode.
So courageous. He'll just walk right into some boulders.
He just leapt a bridge gap for us.
It's
man.
not how stone cunning
long
works.
jump.
Damn it.
Okay. Would you like to go into this basement?
Hell
Oh,
yeah.
there's nothing here. Let's go. This was a wild goose chase.
This is a silly place. Yeah.
Caves of Weedon.
We don't.
We don't.
Do we? Yeah, we all have like comm units. We got flashlights on them things. Is it dark? Did you say it was dark?
I'll tell you what. Does it look dark?
But that's the question we asked you. Is it
Well,
dark?
I feel like the map that I just placed you on
Is the answer?
should answer your question.
Well, I mean, I can see.
Okay.
All
But I
right.
have low light vision, not dark vision. So
I think it's light.
Can Vincent see?
I better fucking be able to. I'm double
Yeah,
checking.
dark vision.
can you see the map, John?
Oh,
with
yeah,
your
yeah,
own
yeah,
eyes?
yeah,
Okay.
With my dwarven eyes, I can see indeed.
Does it
so
look?
it's lit.
Yes,
So it's lit.
It's
It is
fucking
in fact
lit, bro.
lit. It's
lit,
fucking
bro.
lit, fam.
Ooh, wow. All right, let's do this.
What?
Okay. So directly to the south of you, right, are the stairs that you came down.
Okay.
To your east and west are two doors.
Oh, these are the stairs that we entered into right below us,
Yes.
not further down.
Correct.
Okay, got it.
Yeah.
Can I detect magic on either of the doors, or both of the doors, rather?
Sure. Yeah.
Just cause anything.
You don't detect magic on either of the doors. No.
Are these doors made of stone?
I was literally typing that. Yes. Are they? Are they?
No.
Okay.
No. Down here, it's actually very modern.
Interesting.
All right.
It's very modern, standard, sort of, sci-fi technology going into these into the room construction, let's say, of this area. It is not. It's certainly a stark contrast to the dilapidated ruins
Right.
above.
Right.
Gotcha.
It's quite
All right.
contemporary.
Does it look well
ruins here.
kept?
It does look well kept.
Sorry, John.
Oh, no.
What'd you say?
I was saying quite contemporary ruins here.
Yes, I'm not sure that these are actually the ruins. This might be a recent construction, a base, or some construction that has come here since the temple was originally made.
Sure.
What if the
ever
ruins
since-
are a red herring or something?
Well, you had the stone up there, so, it's hiding the entrance. Who knows, though, but We need to plumb the depths of Wedon.
I think that you're saying that wrong, Vincent.
No, it's me accent.
It's me accent,
Right.
No,
Fair enough.
I think he's right. I think it's we don't.
No.
I believe it's an ancient,
Wedern.
ancient dialect called French.
French. Yes.
French.
Oh, God.
Well, do we want to go left or right?
Yeah, that's really all I'm waiting on is for you guys. Which side do you want to go down?
Right.
All right. Well, Vincent, if you would join me here, kicking this door down.
I mean, you can try the door.
No. So
I wanna kick it.
I'm sorry. So they did a detect magic.
Yeah.
Although detect magic doesn't detect traps,
Correct.
but there was no magic on the
There's
door.
no magic on the door.
Okay. Well, do we want to just roll perceptions real quick on it?
Just for, I would.
Yeah, to detect traps. Yeah, absolutely.
Yeah.
Certainly.
Oh, yes.
All right. That's a 14.
Okay.
Do I need to be up there?
21.
Traps?
Morgan, just roll. It's fine.
Okay.
You don't have to be up
What's
there.
19 plus 17?
Enough
For real.
enough to determine that this door is not trapped.
Guys, I think it's just fine. Go ahead and give it a
All
wiggle.
right. Yes.
wiggle.
Yes.
Okay.
All right. Well, we open the door.
You open the door. It is unlocked.
Come,
You can all
team.
step in.
There's some eggs in here with blue yolk.
So that is not what is in here. However,
A valiant attempt.
what you see are a bunch of portable medical pods.
Oh.
Inside, as you're moving around here, inside these pods, you can see that the pods themselves are providing sort of like an automated care to what appear to be sick patients of all kinds of various species.
Oh, goodness.
From throughout near space, occupying these medical pods. You see some nurse drones, what appear to be like nurse drones, flying back and forth, tending to the patients. Now they ignore you. They don't acknowledge
They're just
you.
on their function.
Yeah, they're just on their function. They don't do anything to you. But as you kind of are walking through this area, you can look into these pods and see these individuals. Now, all of them appear on their bodies, they're like covered with these charcoal gray bulbs that look like they're burning with an inner fire, and they ebb and swell as if these pustules are like breathing. The room itself smells like a campfire.
Would we recognize this as symptoms of the biotech weapon or the biological
Of hellfire
weapon?
toxin?
Yeah.
You can roll a medicine check.
Oh, I certainly can't.
Good.
I can. Can anybody?
I can.
What's your medicine?
Mostly Tylenol. It's a plus 11.
I will aid you. I auto aid you.
Can I aid as well?
Sure.
Plus 4, though.
Yeah, you're all walking through, looking here. You can certainly talk.
Yeah, I can attempt
you
to
know,
aid.
Nope,
You
I do
can
not
you
aid.
can discuss these things yourself. Certainly share your knowledge with each other if you
Right.
want to try to determine that.
Be careful. Perhaps we should activate our environmental protections just in case
Yes.
there's something
It's true.
in the air.
Very smart, Captain. Click.
I have my moments.
Can feel the pustules in the air tonight.
Oh no.
What was that medicine check?
I aided.
I haven't rolled yet. I was waiting on everybody
So you
to
got-
decide if they were aiding.
3 aids.
Okay.
Nice.
So then that will be 35.
Yeah. This appears from everything that you know about it, which is admittedly not a lot, but from what you know, all of these symptoms appear to be indicative of these individuals being afflicted with hellfire toxin.
Yes.
And do they're all unconscious in their pods? Okay.
Mm-hmm.
And does any of them look like they're like about to die?
all of the patients are in various states of suffering from.
Let me rephrase the question. Does this look like that they are being taken care of, or being
Harvested.
or being tested? Right? Like if I want to just observe the nurse bot for a while to see if they're like administering hellfire to these people, or if they're trying to treat the people in the pods.
Restorative or malevolent? Yeah.
Right.
So the pods themselves are medical pods that are attempting to provide like an automated medical care. Okay. The nurse drones appear to be sort of monitoring more than anything. They might, hit some dial, like some numbers on the pod, maybe to adjust some aspect of that treatment. But from everything that you can gather, it looks as if these people here are being treated for hellfire toxin, that the drones are assisting in that treatment.
Interesting.
So I'm curious what you all think about that, right? Because I'm sure that's not what you expected when you walked in here.
So Roland is like, all right, I kind of ask everybody to huddle back in the center of the room. There seems to be a bit of a surprise here with what we might have anticipated. Now, we know that Oathbreaker has... That's their name, right? Oathbreaker?
Yeah.
Agavana Oathbreaker.
Yeah. We know that Oathbreaker has stolen the means to create this hellfire toxin, and yet here we are at what we presume to be their base of operations, treating people with this hellfire toxin. I fear that we will find ourselves once again in a moral quandary, stuck between two people and us just trying to do our jobs. Any thoughts?
Well, when you mention that, I have heard of actually using the toxin to make a antidote out of, so perhaps maybe it was more altruistic than it is malevolent. We don't know. We don't have a lot of information to go on except for what we see here.
Well, perhaps when we encounter Oathbreaker, perhaps an attempt at diplomacy should be our start. There might be more to this story than we know. Now, that being said, it does open up a whole can of worms for us being at odds with the job that we were hired to do. Hestia, what are your thoughts on this? You have had experience with medicine and all those sorts of things.
It is perplexing. It appears that these people are at least being cared for, which I did not expect.
Question: Is it like a wide assortment of species?
Indeed, yeah. Pretty much all of these species you would find in near space. Not necessarily the packed worlds per se, but in,
they're local to the area that
they're
we're
local.
in.
They're local to the system, I guess.
That, yeah. Yes, I don't know. This is a turn that I wasn't expecting. Morgan, are you feeling anything? Do you have a tingle in your senses? Yes, I realized that I said tingle, and I meant
so
to.
hard to not.
Picturing,
You know what you're
That is
doing.
not
Yes, of course I
appropriate
did.
conversation for this moment.
We're in the middle of a mission. Okay.
There's always time for fun. There's always time for a bit of fun, but the question does remain.
I mean, I don't know that there's necessarily anything that I could intuit, because the people are unconscious.
Well, yes, I'm more asking for your gut instinct here.
I think that you're in the right with the approach with diplomacy. Until we know more about what's going on here, I fear getting too aggressive too quickly. There could be a much deeper story. I think we need to actually speak with this Oathbreaker before we break her.
All right, I see you're trying to have some word fun as well. I appreciate it.
I was trying.
Yes.
You know, you get and you give. It's a.
Yeah, and like Roland's like nose kind of twitches back and forth, like like a puppy does.
Puppy nose.
Could the two of you stop being so cute?
No, sorry.
I don't think that's possible.
It's
I will
ingrained.
certainly try, Hestia.
Morgan flips their hair.
We've got a job to do, damn it.
Right. Well, let us keep
Be respectful.
let's keep moving. And all right, that's
I mean, we're not sure this is a hospital.
yeah. We're not. We haven't
It's an
decided that
abandoned
quite
temple
yet.
of Weirdon. So.
Weird on.
I just keep finding new ones. I love it.
There is a door here. To
There's
the
a
south.
door in the south part of the room. Absolutely.
Yes, I would say let's keep exploring, for gathering more information will be the only thing to help us currently.
And there are no, like, computer consoles in here, correct? Like, it's just the...
Well, I mean, there are multiple nurse drones, right? But there are no.
Ooh, boy, I want to explore one of those with some
Like-
engineering checks so bad.
Yeah, can we
mean-
interface with those?
But I don't want it to, like, turn the whole area on us, and open up a combat.
Maybe-
Yeah, I mean,
maybe
these creatures
let's wait on
are
that.
non-hostile.
Yeah.
Right. I think
Currently.
might not be wise to just like start meddling in their inner workings while they're trying to work. Maybe after we've explored, you could do a little tinkering around.
I think
This
that...
inevitably goes belly up and those things attack us after we kill one.
I don't see any tokens, so I think we're all right.
What?
I don't see any
that mean?
tokens on the map, so I think we're fine.
Captain, are you quite all
What are you on
right?
about?
He's been saying odd things lately. I think maybe he needs to have a recuperative egg rest.
Have you ever been inside the mouth of a clam?
You know what? I've done some crazy
Nope.
shit, Captain, but that's one I haven't checked off my list
Nope.
yet, so... I've
You
been
are eating
inside a
the
few
chips off the wall, are you?
Don't threaten Morgan with a good time.
Vincent, would you join me as we continue to push through here?
Sure.
At my side?
On where we
you.
go through the Temple of Wingding.
Sorry, what's going on? I was fixing my mustache, not paying much attention. Where you guys going?
Don't worry about it. Just come join us and catch our back in case anything tries to sneak up on us.
In
We're
case
gonna
it
continue
flies
to-
off or something?
You're right.
You just grab the back of my shirt.
Morgan's
Come
just
along.
like, your mustache does look fabulous. You did a great job.
Thank you.
It's looking good.
All right. I'm just going to open it.
You can open the door.
All right.
Okay.
do it.
You open the door, and you can take a step in. If y'all want to take a look at this room.
Tokens. Everybody, arms up.
All right, everybody, calm down. Okay. All right. Let me do my flavor
So
text.
anyways-
Damn.
Oh, no. Sorry.
Gadget
Stop
pulls out his
this.
pistol.
No.
Started blasting.
Come on.
No, I'm kidding.
All right.
Okay.
Let's go.
So you walk in before you can all get too far in. Let me get my flavor text out
Yeah,
of the
go
way.
and get
okay?
that in there. Go on.
All right. So this room appears to be a converted sanctuary. A very large symbol of Waden is sort of the primary feature of the floor here. It looks now though as if it's some sort of a makeshift command center. There are dozens of displays all over the room, which are tracking what appear to be various creatures all around the galaxy. There's several maps. They're all carefully tagged, pinned, hanging around the room. And there are these blue crystals on the wall that emit a strange but surprisingly pleasant hum. Now, in the north part of the room, you see two individuals. One of them appears to be a very familiar-looking SRO wearing a cowboy hat and a duster. The other is a fairly large creature wearing. They had their back turned to you, and they're wearing a bluish, silverish cloak with the hood up. Now, the SRO sees you all come in and turns to face you. and says in a very robotic voice with a distinct drawl, says, "Well, if it ain't the scamps that turn the other me's into scrap metal. But, seeing as how I know how to fix myself up pretty good, I'll let that go. Now, we all gonna throw down while my friend here melts your brain? Or are you gonna listen to what the lady has to say?"
Well, I mean, we came in here with the intent to talk, so all the hostility, we could maybe dial down just a bit, but, apologies for the other versions of you that we had to deal with, but they did attack us first. I feel like we are getting mischaracterized everywhere we go,
all
and I just want to be clear that your other versions, I am not smart with computers, but whatever you're called, they attacked us first. But that's neither here nor there.
Roland, as you're rambling incoherently... No, I'm joking. It's not incoherent. It is
rambling, but
it
not
is
incoherent.
rambling. It's not incoherent.
It's
I'm
coherent.
just joking. But as you're rambling, Roland, the other individual turns around and lowers the hood on their cloak, and you see what appears to be a female Vesk. However, let's see, who's trained in mysticism?
Me.
I know Morgan, Roland, anybody else?
Not me.
Morgan and Roland, you recognize the distinct markings of, surprisingly enough, a Barai.
Oh, shit.
Yeah, she appears to be a Barai. Her skin is pale and cracked, and it's sort of marred with these circular scars that, it doesn't take much of a leap of logic for you to determine that she died from Hellfire Toxin. Right? And she addresses you. She says, "I do not know you, but I suspect you have been sent here by some Imperial agent who calls me Oathbreaker. But I don't answer to that name. Through life and death, I have held my oath to the Veskarium. I remain Agavana Stoneblood." And I've got some art to show you of Agavana Stoneblood.
Stone cunning?
Stone cunning. Okay, go ahead and roll
it on
for
her
stone
blood.
cunning. Roll for
On
stone
the
cunning.
blood.
No. Okay, here we go. I uploaded it to our chat there, our Discord.
Oh man, she's gnarly looking, and I'm here for it.
Yeah, I mean, she's
Like an albino Vesk.
yeah, and she's not like huge, like a lot of Veskar. She's kind of lean, but she is like holding, in the artwork.
For a Vesk.
For a
She's
Vesk,
pretty
yeah.
thick.
Yeah,
She's still
for a
thick.
vest. Yeah, but one hand she's got like some red energy in her hand, and then the other one's got a pistol in the artwork. I'm assuming she probably doesn't have this drawn at this point, but she does have some like kind of classy looking armor on. It's light for sure. I'm gonna take it from her, and she has a sword as well. So Roland is like, okay, Agavana, it is. Respectfully, I would like to introduce you to the Independence crew. This is the crew. This is Agavana Stoneblood. You are right. We were sent here to retrieve you and the Hellfire Toxin. It is their belief that you have stolen this toxin to perhaps launch another attack. And I say another because we were informed that you were responsible for a large attack sometime before. Now, we have seen what you are doing in the room before. So for that reason, we'll entertain a diplomatic talk.
I would like that very much.
Do you like tea?
Yes.
Do you have any? Because we don't.
Actually, I do.
Do you like tea? Because You should make us some.
Because I'd love some. You know?
If we went back to the ship, I actually have a few different tins of it. Oh, no.
Well, no, we're not going back. No.
Sorry, I
We
got
are not
excited.
taking this person to our ship. Remember.
Good call.
Yes, right.
I want to clear her throat.
We are very
She
good at
says,
our jobs.
While I very much appreciate your willingness to converse rather than attack, you'll have to forgive me if I do not offer tea to individuals sent here to kill or capture me, no doubt.
All right, that's fair.
I don't drink tea anyway.
Can I roll a diplomacy to see if you would offer me tea? I just feel like when you're discussing over tea, things are calm and we are discussing with an open mind. It's a sign of peace and understanding.
Fucking hell.
Shut up, Vincent.
Perhaps there will be time for tea once we have reached a common understanding.
All right, so tea after the discussions.
So spill the tea.
Very, very well done. This wordplay in serious situations, I'm really here for it.
No, you.
Is there... Do you have questions for me specifically, or would you like me to start at the beginning?
Yes, as I told you what we're here for, but you obviously have your side of the story, so we are all ears.
I do have my side of the story, yes. I would like to start by saying that I did not commit the atrocities at Barandamana. In fact, I was a victim myself.
Before you get too deep off in this, Emily, do you want to go ahead and trigger your empathy so we can just have some sense motives kind of rolling throughout the whole deal?
Yeah, I would very much like
Sorry,
to do
I'm
that.
not trying to play your
Was
game.
literally
No,
typing
I
that
was.
into.
I was trying to figure out how to not interrupt.
No. Like I it's fine. Like
Okay.
it's totally cool. You can absolutely do this, right? Like this is important.
This is what you're built for.
Yeah, it's my jam. All right, so this is going to be a sense motive check against the creature's DC 20 or 10 plus its bluff modifier, whichever is higher.
Okay.
And that is that's a poopy roll. That's only a 19 total.
Okay. What are you trying to get? Right? Like you got. I mean, just tell me what you're trying to come up with.
Basically, I learned the general disposition, but I think we already know what that is. Mm-hmm. But I get a +2 circumstance bonus to bluff, diplomacy, intimidate, and sense motive checks against the creature for an hour. So
Okay. Very good. I think that's great. So you just, I guess, stop me. You know, if you want to do a sense motive about something that you've heard.
So maybe a sense motive right then on her saying I was a victim, not the perpetrator.
Well, that was
That was what you just rolled.
I have to roll a sense motive at the beginning to get the general disposition and everything. So I was counting that as like my first one.
Sure.
Okay. Anything off of 19? Is she being truthful? Like
You don't sense that she's lying. You know, from what you can tell, at the very least, Agavana seems to believe what she's saying is the truth. You know.
All right, so you're the victim. Go on, please elaborate.
Yes. This requires some explanation, I'm afraid. I don't suppose you have ever heard of the adamant scale.
Roland looks back to the crew.
would
Knowledge checks?
yeah.
I was gonna say culture.
Yeah, you can all roll culture checks if you like.
Is culture?
Is it just culture or would it be like mysticism? I don't even know what it is.
I think this is going to be culture.
Okay.
I got 29.
Okay.
Thank God.
18.
Yeah, 15. I rolled trash.
Also an 18.
Okay. So, none of you have heard of the adamant scale.
Oh, damn,
right.
Even Hestia with that.
Even
GC
Hestia.
20. Wow,
Even
okay.
Hestia.
This is
Hestia.
some
You
rare
have
shit.
a pretty extensive, you feel like you have you would have heard that term.
Reading on the internet, yes.
Yeah, right, yeah. T is a giant nerd and goes on infosphere holes quite often and have not come across this in any of them.
Medium-sized nerd, but okay.
Fair enough. I mean, like, come on, dude. Tia was in the robotics team, like, in high school.
100%.
Like,
as a robotics coach. Yes. Yeah. Yes, she was.
Yeah. Yeah, so Agavana goes on, just and it looks at your sort of, confused expressions and says, I suspected not. The Adamant Scale is an intelligence agency within the Vescarium that is so secretive, not even the high despots know of its existence. It is comprised of fervent Vesk nationalists who seek to protect the Vescarium at all costs by any means necessary. It was them who discovered Hellfire Toxin. It was them who took over True Blue Dye Works, and they used it to mass produce it. And they were the ones who unleashed it as a test on the populace of Brandamana. I was stationed there in Brandamana, and I died in that test attack.
You look great.
Well, that's very kind of you, but I can tell attempt to butter me up when I.
You look cool. Like, I saw your artwork. Look awesome.
We have very, very different taste than the normal crew.
You're working it.
Sorry, please continue. We're just trying to create a calm. Sorry,
yes. This would be so much better over tea, I'm just saying.
Damn it.
Of course. I woke up in a morgue with a vision of Waden before my eyes. Since my return, I have sought to investigate the Adamant Scale, and in the process have become a threat to that organization. It was I who persuaded Jask to steal the Ziapedes. I wanted to develop an antidote for the Hellfire Toxin, which I have experienced firsthand. The Adamant Scale is toiling tirelessly for the perfect bioweapon. When I find their victims, I bring them here for treatment. However, experimenting on small populations will never be enough for the Adamant Scale. I believe that they are preparing a much larger test on the scale of Brandamana. So I persuaded Jask to steal those Ziapedes. Now, I was hoping very seriously that I could find an antidote in time. However, instead you have found me. Now, can we avoid violence? I need more time to develop my antidote. I have already hired a starship transport to take me somewhere far, far from here. Simply let me go. That is all I ask.
Okay, so sense motive, for sure.
Yep, absolutely.
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay. Sorry. 34. Finally got a good roll in.
Yeah. With a 34, again, you believe that Agavana at least believes that she's telling the truth, right? Like, I mean, There's no hint of insincerity.
Okay.
Well, that is quite the tragic tale, Agavana. Does present a bit of a issue for us, but I think that we could possibly work something out. We were tasked to bring you back or kill you, although I think it was always our intention to try to take you in alive. We have no real loyalty to the Vescarium. We are kind of independent when it comes to our political alignment, so a lot of that is kind of above our pay grade, as it were. But speaking of being paid, we do need a payday. And if we are not going to take you back, that is a pretty costly payday. Now, you're doing noble things, and I believe I speak for the crew that we all support what you're doing here. However, I must say that you did put Jask in a pretty precarious position. We went in there quite aggressively, assuming that he was aiding and abetting a terrorist. So I would advise that any future endeavors that you be a little bit more cautious with how you use civilians to get done what you want to get done. He could have died, and that would have been on you.
Charity pipes up and says, well, actually, partner, that would have been on me.
Oh? What do we know about Charity?
Yeah.
I've just been assuming that, like, this SRO is, like, the peon of Agavana, but...
Do go on.
Well, I'm the one that suggested that we send a couple of me's over there to Jask's music shop to protect him, in case we had any Vescarium agents come in and try to determine Agavana's whereabouts here.
And what is your relation to all this?
I'm here to help, partner. What Agavana's doing is the right thing. And I believe in it.
Do you care to elaborate how you met and how this all came to be? Or?
I don't think that's relevant, to be honest.
It's interesting.
Sense motive specifically on Charity.
Okay, what are you trying to determine?
Like, is he just being obtuse, or they, or I'm sorry, I didn't catch. Are they just being obtuse just because, like, it's not any of our business, or are they trying to deflect, you know? Like...
okay, so yeah, go ahead and roll.
Yeah, probably not. 23.
Okay, I mean, that's pretty good. I mean, you certainly get the sense that Charity's being obtuse because she doesn't think that it's any of your business.
Okay.
You know?
You're all right. Sorry, we're just trying to put all the pieces together and see the larger picture, as it were.
How did y'all meet?
Oh my goodness, that's such a story. Okay, so
Wait.
Oh.
Not until we have tea. That's a story for tea.
It's a captain.
It's a long story. I'm just saying we would need something because we would get potched telling it. It's a lot. We don't mind telling you.
So many things along the way too.
Yes, we there's like 44 episodes worth of content.
I was sort of undead for
just
a
what
bit.
we've done. Right. Yeah, that was that whole thing, and I was in the mouth of a clam, and we went to a undead dance club.
We're telling all the goodies.
Oh, right. Sorry. All right. So, what do you propose that we do?
Well, first of all, I want to say that I am very sorry that I do not have any payment to provide you. I
see. Now that's where we're going to have
being a fugitive in the Vescarium is not exactly a lucrative profession.
Well, how are you managing all of this?
Combination of things, donations from followers of Waden, people who might be sympathetic to the plight of those suffering from Hellfire Toxin. But it's not as if we have liquid funds, we have credits that we can transfer to you for this. I cannot pay you anything. However...
You take UPBs and BP as well.
I need you to understand, sir, that I will not go. I am going.
We're not going to take you. I think that much is clear.
So you would like to extort me instead?
Well,
I don't think that's a strong word. We're
But
just
is
trying
it
to
an accurate word?
No, I don't think so.
this is what it's kind of.
Well, no, I'm not making I'm not making a threat that I'm going to take you in if you don't pay me. I'm just saying
It would be nice.
Yes, we're losing out on a lot of credits here, and we're on board with what you're doing, and I understand, but we have a employer to answer to. And we are going to go there and we're going to lie and say that we didn't find you. And that is going to be a detriment to our ability to complete a job. We have a strong Yelp page as it is right now, and that's going to cause that to go down. You have to understand that there is some negative impact to us letting you go, as it were.
Yes.
We're not threatening you.
I understand the financial implications. And again, I am very sorry, but I have nothing to offer you. I will, as a consolation, leave you a very positive Yelp review, if that would make you feel better. In fact,
I don't think that
Charity
would be
here
good
could leave you
coming
one
from-
too. And Charity's like,
Yeah,
yeah,
maybe
partner. Now
yeah.
I could do that now.
Now, Charity, yes, I think that might be good. I don't know if having a wanted criminal say that we're really good at the job that we didn't complete, I don't think that would be helpful. I appreciate it, though.
Yes, fair. That is a very fair point. I will give you that.
How about this? Will you let Hestia look inside one of your nurse drones?
She looks super confused by that request.
Captain, you don't have to do that.
Didn't you say that you wanted to look inside one earlier?
That's not the phrasing I used, but I, as an engineer, I was interested in your robots. Captain, one second.
Okay.
And,
all right.
And she,
I'm just trying to help you out, Hestia.
No, Hestia kind of turns to the captain, puts a hand on his shoulder, and says, "We really should let her go."
We are. Then why does everybody think that we're not going to let her go?
Well, you say you weren't trying to extort her, but the implication, it's about the implication. And initially, the implication was extortion.
I haven't even pulled out my glaive.
And you shouldn't. Look.
I'm not.
But no, am
I going crazy here? Morgan, do you think that I want to attack this person? I'm sorry if you are getting the impression that if I want to attack you. I don't.
It came off a little bit like, well, we're not getting paid, so you should probably pay us, or we'll get paid.
Right, yes.
We'll get paid by doing the job we were originally. It came off like that.
That's where you're adding words into my mouth.
But that's it's about the implication.
Excuse me.
Yes.
I have a ship on the way. Could we just maybe wrap this up?
Do they have credits?
Either you let me go and we all part ways, or we have to slug it out. At this point, I'm just running out of patience.
We are not going to slug it out. Team, new friends, we are not slugging anything out. Let's go ahead and establish that baseline. Oh, yes, Gadrick.
Gadrick is not saying this, but I can't help it because it's too good. Gadrick is explicitly not saying this. But what I want to say, as Josh, is got plenty of patience in the other room.
Oh my god.
Oh
my god.
I'm gonna need all of your D30s back. I need you to take those and throw them out the window. You don't deserve them.
In fact, you have to roll D10s.
In fact,
All right. It's just, look, you have to understand that we are, as I said, we are an independent crew, and every job is how we eat, and I was hoping that there would be some way that we could get compensated. I want you to be really certain that we're not going to rat you out. We are not trying to extort any money or credits from you. If you don't have them, you don't have them. But please remember, and if you do come into a windfall, here's my card, and you can just send it Send it to us.
It's got our home address on there.
No, it does not. It's a P.O. box on Absalom Station.
You have a ship, and we have to get back to our employer. I think as the captain said, we've all come to accord here, and, well...
But what about the tea, though?
I think we catch them later. They've got a bit of a busy schedule today.
Yes,
we're losing our pay and we're losing tea time. This is just... And
we
he
can
starts
still-
walking off just like muttering
Yeah,
to
like,
himself.
and
Morgan puts
Agavon
an arm-
and Charity also start walking towards the entrance.
In a
You know,
huff.
I mean,
Morgan puts an arm around Captain. It's okay. We can still have tea. That's fine. That's totally not... That's still an option.
Do we have tea?
I do. I have so many different
Morgan.
varieties.
Thank God for you.
Sorry. I said
Agavana
varieties.
and Charity lead you all back through the...
That's some nice armor. You could pay me with that.
I'll be keeping my armor, but...
Okay, fair enough.
Thank you.
I had to try.
We do need a new culinary synthesizer. We're tired of toast sandwiches. Do you think you can spare one? You got a spare?
Guys,
Get a spare microwave?
shut the fuck up.
And you lot are professional bounty hunters?
No, we're not bounty hunters. We're just
We're
trash
certainly not
haulers.
professional.
Well, that explains a lot.
We just keep getting offered jobs that are outside our normal duties, I guess.
Agavana
Anyways,
leads you back through the infirmary. She taps something on her personal comm unit on her data pad, which sort of like all of the nurse drones kind of chirp in response, and leads you all back up through the foyer, up the stairs, back through the ruins. You come back to the bridge, and obviously the bridge is still gone. You know, Agavana sees the makeshift rope zip line
Agavana,
that you
this
have
is
made.
where I was in the mouth of the clam. Right here.
Fascinating. And Agavana says the way is always open, and the bridge like sort of magics the
Oh my
Fuck
god.
you.
The missing bits.
the missing bits back up. You cross
I'm
over
glad
the bridge.
that part of Leo's words got in there. Okay.
Well, anyway, you cross the bridge, and you get to the other side where the Independence is sort of parked, and as you're kind of waiting, it doesn't take long at all, and you see a very familiar ship close in and start to land, and this is very clearly the Wintermorn.
Oh, come on.
Descends
What?
very softly and lands nearby.
Oh, we this is quite interesting. We know them, actually.
But you know what? They're fucking here. Come on.
Yeah, the cargo hold of the Wintermorn opens, and
They're here to take her.
and Dizzy, Nimlith, kind of walk out and look at you all like. Dizzy's like, "What the hell are y'all doing here? Good to see ya. What's going on?"
Hello, Dizzy.
Oh my gosh, so many things have happened. We could talk about it over tea if you'd like.
Yes, we're actually going to have tea on our ship right now.
I would love to have tea, guys, but clearly we're on a job right now.
Well, so are we.
So you understand the importance of not taking tea time in the middle of the job,
course,
then, right?
yes, we're
I mean,
professionals.
it's tea time. It's a thing that happens every day at a certain time. But
Even
whatever,
with
you
tea
know.
time, we made it here before you did.
Oh,
Again.
oh,
Oh, Godric.
snap!
Yeah.
Gadrick's the pilot. He takes pride in that.
No, he's right, though.
Thanks for reminding me to upgrade the thrusters. I appreciate that. I think we were overdue for a
Oh,
thruster
Winterborn
upgrade.
crew.
You
We
know I'm
love
kidding
you.
with you. It's good to see you guys.
It is good to see you, but listen, we'll have to catch up, some other time, right? We got to get this client. Wait, why are you here in the first place?
So we're here to escort
Funny
this client.
story.
We're here to escort this client to you. So we'll take a small finder's fee for bringing them to you safely and in one piece. There's a bounty out on their head, and we've made sure that they did not get attacked.
Okay, so you're going to have to roll a bluff check against Dizzy's sense motive here.
Can Morgan aid?
Yeah, you can. Nimilith is going to aid.
That's fine.
Is going to aid Dizzy, though.
Oh, man.
That's not how that works, for what it's worth.
Oh, I aided with a natural 20. Where was that earlier?
Okay.
I mean, I got a 32 plus whatever aid, so 34.
Okay.
They know us. We're cool. We're hip. We're with it.
And we are with friendly status, right?
Yeah.
Does that count towards anything?
Yeah, so you want to lie to your friends, huh?
A little bit.
We're
yeah.
just trying to get a little money out of
Trying to
them.
get a little money. Right, right. Well, unfortunately,
We are the best.
that blatant lie. Here's the thing. Dizzy knows that's a lie. That you can lie, but Dizzy knows that's a lie.
Why?
Why? Did they roll really high?
Because Dizzy negotiated with the client, guys. Come on. Really?
Oh, what I'm saying is that we kept them safe and alive so that they could, we just thought we'd help. We thought we'd help the Winterborn because we're friends.
I mean,
You are
that's
so full
bullshit.
of shit, dude.
Yeah.
You are so full of shit. Okay, I'll tell you what. Dizzy looks to Agavana and says, "Is that true?" And Agavana just shakes her head like,
We did keep her alive and make sure she didn't come to harm. That is a thing that we did.
So far as we didn't kill
In a
her.
way,
I am
yeah,
absolutely not going to let you get away with bullshitting your way into a payday from the
Well, what's the
Winterborn
point?
crew.
What's the point of a bluff skill then?
There's lots of points of bluff skill, and unfortunately, trying to lie to people that you just said were your friends to get a payday that
They'd
you
understand. They're trying to get paid too,
I mean, fair enough. Dizzy's like, listen, this is a pretty good line. I got to give it to you. I'll tell you what. Next
You have
time
to know.
we're all together, rounds on me.
Right. I had to try. It's just kind of the code of intergalactic trade.
I don't hold it against you at all, Roland. I really don't.
Appreciate it. I'll buy us tea next time we hang out with some booze in it.
Yeah. Yeah, let's
Yeah.
make sure there's booze, yeah.
Yeah, of course. We should go dancing.
I like the idea.
I'm a really good dancer, and I don't need to bluff for that.
I
true
remember, I caught some of your dance moves from across the way there at the Revenant
Right.
Urge.
Right.
He synced it.
All right. Well, good luck. Hopefully we see you again sometime soon. And,
I'm sure you will, guys. But listen, it's been great to catch up. We really gotta run.
right. Us too, I guess.
Agavana, for what it's worth, turns to you, and thanks you for your understanding, right? And Agavana gets on the Wintermorn.
Hold on. I got the thing. I was gonna say before, as our crew starts to walk towards their ship, Hestia would kind of call out to Agavana and be like, "Oh, Agavana, what? I know you're in a hurry. One moment, please." And approaches by herself.
Yes. What can I do for you?
I just wanted to say, first of all, we're all pretty new at this, so kind of sorry about the whole deal. We didn't know the specifics of everything. But aside from that, what I really wanted to say was, you're doing a good thing. It's the right thing to do. And I haven't been in the exact same situation, but I have been in a similar situation before.
So Agavana, she nods her head and says, "Thank you. Genuinely, I appreciate it. I'm sorry, what was your name?"
Hestia Hylaxia.
Hestia. It was a pleasure. Thank you again.
It's And she puts out her hand to shake it.
Yeah, she'll shake your hand, absolutely. No problem. I don't know what Sharon's hands are like.
Yeah, like they got little claws.
Yeah, they do have little claws on them. Yeah. Well, I mean, vests kind of have claw-like hands as well, so all good there. But yes, she gets on the ship, and the Wintermorn takes off. Charity
still waves.
Okay. Yeah. You think you might see a hint of a dragonborn claw waving back at you from the window. Okay. So Charity's still here, and Charity, she's like, well, all right. That was all in a good day's work. And then Charity explodes in a blast of plasma as two starships zoom by overhead, and we'll see you.
Oh,
shit.
Well, crap.
What is it?
Now who are we gonna have tea with?